hello, everyone, and thank you for joining in our segment today of Living Well Together. My name is Verlene Harry, and I'm here to motivate you towards living both spiritually and emotionally well. Why? Because I realize as a faith leader and wellness coach that it's important to connect both our spiritual growth with our mental wellness. Why? Because God is concerned about every area of our lives. And yes, I believe that He is concerned about you and what concerns you. And so you know how we do. Come in close, listen in, because I share my personal journal notes with you on a topic that I believe will not only encourage and empower you, but inspire you so that we can live well together. You know, today the thing that I want to share with you is not so much of a topic as it is as an affirmation or a petition for you to consider, especially for those that are just feeling overwhelmed with anxiety and stress and worry, and your emotional compass is at an all-time high. I just want you to just breathe. Yes, just breathe. Learn how to practice when you feel like your emotional compass is at an all-time high. Take a moment to just breathe. You know, that act alone just kind of distract our mind from the situation or from the emotional high in our compass to just for a brief moment to just kind of calm our mind for a moment, calm our spirits for a moment. And you know, I think about Colossians 3:15. It says, let the peace of God rule your heart. Sometimes taking that breath or just pausing for a moment will allow God the opportunity to just bring peace and calmness in your situation. You know, taking that breath can allow us to, again, just take a pause, right? When we're feeling angry, frustrated, or having a lot of anxiety, just by taking that breath can help us to step out of the situation for a moment in our minds and from it weighing us down just for a moment. It gives us that moment to just pause. And do you know that pause that's ruling in our hearts will help us from not reacting off of our emotions? Right? Taking that breath can bring that brief pause for a moment that will allow us not to react in the moment. You know, sometimes because, you know, God, he knows that we're going to feel all of the emotions that we feel. Even when it comes to anger, He says, anger, but sin not. What is He saying? Don't react on that feeling, on that emotion. Rely more on the presence of God, the peace of God to rule your heart. And so sometimes all it takes is just that breath that'll help you for that split second to take a pause from your situation. Also, that breath will help us to come into the present, right? Sometimes just taking that breath will help remind us that we're okay, that in the moment, I am going to make it. I am going to be able to move forward out of what I've been feeling, that overwhelmness, that feeling anxiety, that anger. Sometimes just taking that breath just remind you that you still have the peace of God that's going to help you walk through this situation. What? Not only just one step at a time, but one breath at a time. So take that breath, because that breath will not only allow you to pause and to be present, but it can allow you, though, just a moment for you to realize that as long as I have breath in my body, I still have purpose. Right? So you may be worried about something, you may be fearful about something, but sometimes just that breath, that brief moment of pause can help remind you that God is still with you. He's still going to help guide you. He's not going to leave you. He's going to comfort you, and He's going to help you through the process, whatever it may be. And sometimes that breath will just remind you of the comfort and the grace that's sufficient enough to keep you for whatever you may be facing. So I want you to practice this, that time, that moment that you're just feeling, sometimes you can feel that anxiety and that worry and that stress in your body. You start to feel it. Maybe your heart is racing, or you just feel it in your body. You're feeling that tenseness. I want you to take a moment and just learn how to practice just taking a breath. Just breathe. Because I want that to remind you that God is with you. He sees, He knows, and He cares. I hope that you can embrace this practice. I hope that this has encouraged you on today. For somebody, sometimes it's not always about figuring it out or having the right answers. Sometimes it's just taking that breath to remind you to pause, to be present, and to understand that God still has purpose for your life and he's still with you. All right. Now listen, I have something for you. I have written down about 7 mindfulness scriptures that I want you to meditate on. Right? I know some of you are going through a difficult time or you're feeling just a little bit overwhelmed. I want you to meditate on these mindfulness scriptures because it will remind you the presence of God, the faithfulness of God, the comfort of God, all the things that I believe that's going to help you during this time. I want you to meditate on those scriptures. So click the link below, or if you're on Instagram, click the link in the bio so that you can download this free tool, because I have taken the time to provide these mindfulness scriptures for you to remind you that God is with you and he's not going to leave you. I hope that has helped you today. Now, listen, I need you to do something for me. I need you to like and share this page, because you never know when you like and share something who it is going to help as they come across this video that will help empower them and encourage them towards their spiritual and emotional wellness. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, because what that will do, that will alert you on future videos so that we can be encouraged and inspired to live well together. God bless you. Bye-bye.